Welcome to the Kandid Room.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Kandid Room. How you doing? I'm giving everybody an opportunity to get in the chat. Hope you are well. The Cosmic, hello, greetings. I'm so happy to see you here with me tonight. Speaking of Cosmic, that is one of my guest co-hosts that comes on periodically. You've seen him on a few episodes, but right now he's just laying back, getting his life together, and got a lot of beautiful things in store for him. You can check the description if you guys want to get some guidance from him, because we're both life coaches. He's one of the ones I love and adore. He actually got me started on this journey of just, taking accountability, being spiritual, etc. So shout out to Cosmic. Follow his YouTube page. What's going on, sir? Make sure you share this out, that everybody is aware that we are on right now. I'm just trying to make sure we are broadcasting in both locations, because we're going to actually be in, and I'll talk about it. I'm going to bring up the owner of that group in a moment. 1 second here. Let me make sure it's in that group as well. Just give you guys time to get in here before we get started. I'm excited about tonight's topic because it's interesting. Some people will travel miles and miles away to get this going. But before I do, I want to go ahead and start off with a motivational quote. And, before I get into that, if you're new to the channel, this is Kandid Room with Maggie T, where we talk about anything and everything that, there is importance to me. I am a mental wellness coach, life coach, and I utilize this platform to get a message to everybody. You learn something from my show each and every time, okay? So let's get into our motivational quotes for today. All right. So, candid motivational moment. I see it. Hey, thank you, lady. Okay. I had like a nice little quote that I wanted to put up, but it just did not download the image. So we just gonna talk it. This something that's not related to what we talk about tonight, but something that's dear to me because it happens to a lot of us. And it's about people that take advantage of us. Take our kindness for weakness, knowing that we love and adore you, and we're just going to go with anything that you ask us to do because we care about you. That's our love language. We shouldn't expect people who take advantage to one day acknowledge they were selfish. People who regularly use others are too focused on their desires to know what shame and remorse are. There is still magic in loving and giving. The idea is to become more discerning in who we choose to support. So with that quote, if you find yourself always the one that people reach out to, hey, I need this, I need $1, I need this. And then it's like when you turn around, it's like, hey, I need that dollar back. Oh, I ain't got it. Or, come over to your house, use your resources and all kinds of things. But can you call them up or phone a friend for anything that you can, take advantage of from them? It's like, me personally, I go on give and take. You got to give and take. You got to give me the same energy that I'm giving, you're giving back to me before I decided to, give you my resources. I'm sorry. I've had to learn that about accountability and everything else. It says, you said you had to learn to take time for me. Absolutely. And that's important. Take time for yourself. Because sometimes, and that goes into that too, take time for yourself. People taking advantage of you, unplug. Go away. Delete them. I don't care what you do, but you got to take yourself back first. Hello, ATL Leo. How you doing? Y'all go ahead and share this out and let everybody know that we are on tonight. Energy exchange is real. It must be a balance. Absolutely. So that's the motivational quote for today. Now we're getting ready to have some guests on for our topic of the hour. And I'm excited about this. Let me go ahead and get this going. 1 second. I hope you guys are having a great evening. Take a seat, get you something to sip on, and we're gonna get ready for this show. Let's go. Let me get your 1 second. Okay. All right, we're gonna first introduce. We are actually broadcasting in this group. So I'm going to give her an introduction. We're going to meet Vega Glow. She is a 34-year-old African-American entrepreneur, filmmaker, and community builder from North Carolina. She is the founder of Malibu, a platform rooted in creativity, empowerment, and cultural connection. With an eye for storytelling and a passion for amplifying underrepresented voices, Vega is steadily carving her place as an upcoming filmmaker. So I'm excited about this. Deeply engaged in her community, she is active in a range of Black-led initiatives, women's organizations, and Sapphic-centered events. Hence why we're broadcasting in her group now. Her work consistently reflects her commitment to fostering spaces where women, especially those in the LGBTQ+, they keep adding, community can connect, thrive, and be seen. Beyond her professional and community endeavors, Vega is guided by a love for experiences that nourish both spirit and joy. She also often finds peace meditating on the beach. I love meditating, definitely. Seeks inspiration in her travels across the world and embraces her adventurous side through visits to theme parks. She got a whole season ticket to all theme parks in Florida. Yeah, I'm jealous. Balancing artistry, leadership, and community impact, Vega Glow is a rising voice in film and culture, determined to tell stories that resonate and create lasting change. Welcome, 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 welcome. Let's go ahead and bring Miss Vega up. Hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm glad you finally got an opportunity. Let me fix my lash, y'all. It's over here just doing whatever it's gonna do. Okay. But welcome. I'm glad to have you here with me. This is going to be a very interesting conversation because you have some experience in this conversation, and I'm ready to hear it. And then we're also going to bring in Miss Maisha. Hi, Maisha. How are you? She is actually someone that's been on my few lives on TikTok, actually, where I do utilize that platform to also talk about mental health awareness, because TikTok can be a little toxic on there. So my lives are normally positive. So a lot of people that watch me like to get a message. People like to come in and, you know, talk about some experience they may have, and actually asked her to join the show today. And she's here as well. Welcome, Aisha.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. And so, Miss Vega, you are currently residing in what state?
I am in Orlando, Florida.
Okay. Yeah. So you got season tickets to, you know, season passes to all the theme parks, huh?
I gotta have them all.
Now, do you have some plans for Halloween? I'm sure you do.
Absolutely. Definitely gonna go to a few haunted attractions. May have a little shindig at my house, haunted style, spooky style.
Okay. All right. Let me fix this real quick, y'all. My little lash is trying to do whatever it's going to do. It's saying hello. Well, that's beautiful. I would love to visit Florida. I haven't been to Florida in the, well, I've been to Florida, but it was, where did I go? Pensacola, I think.
Well, come on back. We'd love to have you.
Oh, yeah. So, you know, I haven't been to the theme park in a long time, actually. So I would love to go. Welcome, Vega. Cosmic said hello. ATL Leo said, I love the beach. Me too. Welcome, Aisha. How I spelled it. I hope he spelled it right. Hey.
It's okay.
You haven't been to Florida in a while. Okay. And guys, if you are watching for the very first time, please subscribe to the channel. If you're in the Facebook group, head on over to Kandid Room. It's right there at the bottom with the K, and subscribe to the channel. I would love to have more people on as well. I'll tell you how to reach out to me for the next episode. Florida is another home for me. Yeah, that's vacation spot right there. I love Florida.
Yeah.
I have to make my ways around to Florida eventually. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into this conversation. And Miss Maisha, where are you located currently?
I'm in Houston, Texas.
Houston. Okay. So is everything big in Texas like they say it is?
Yes. Food, drinks, fun, everything is over the top most of the time.
The whole city of Houston.
It's huge. Yes. We are at capacity. People keep moving here.
I feel like that in Georgia. I'm like, we are full in Atlanta. Okay, please stay away.
And everyone that's not from here, they come here and complain about the traffic and the way people drive, but that's just how we are here.
Absolutely, I love that.
I love that. I was just about to say that. I love that cup.
See that?
Yes, it's Freddy Krueger. For Halloween, you got to.
Halloween time, y'all. My brother loves October and Halloween. He's down there decorating right now. And speaking of, his biggest thing is Oktoberfest and like beers for the fall. So that's what I'm drinking right now. And then of course there's a little bit of my Irish blood there. So you know, we got to have our good beer sometimes. So if you guys are watching, go ahead and get you something to drink. Kick your feet back up. You love Freddie. Yes. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get into this conversation. We had a little bit of motivation just about people taking advantage of you. Cut them off. Leave them alone. We don't want it. You got to go. You got to go. So we're going to talk about some of the things that I actually don't see a show about this too often. So it's going to be very interesting to talk about it. But we're talking about miles apart, hearts entwined, the realities of long distance relationships. Interesting. And we have two people that have experienced it, some success, some not others, but I want to hear your experiences all together. So we're going to go ahead and get into this one and chat. If you've had any experience with long distance relationship, chime in, put it in the chat, let us know about it. Anybody that's over there in Malibu watching right now, let me make sure you guys are looking. Let me see if it's in there. You can also comment on the video and I will see your commentary and everything. So, and I will highlight you as well. So let's see. Yep, it's in the group now. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the first part of our topic. So, you know, we really got to get into, start off with the highs and lows of long distance dating, because there are some good things about it, but then there are some challenges there. So I do have a bit of a chart that we're going to put up here. And then, of course, I'm going to ask you ladies, just from experience of your dating and as well. Let me take this banner off. We're going to talk about the highs and lows. I'm going to explain it, and then we're going to go into the discussion about it. So the highs and lows of long distance love. Late night calls that feels like forever. Surprise visits and airport hugs. Romantic promises under the stars. That's the highs. You know, everything sounds lovely, so beautiful. Oh, we're going to see each other. It's going to be a magical thing. But then you have the lows of having a long distance relationship. Time zones and missed calls. Loneliness and hard days. Money, distance, and uncertainty. So I'm going to leave this up right here. And of course, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe for more real talks and love and life. Vega, do you kind of relate to, do you agree with these highs and lows?
Absolutely. There's definitely some pros and cons in long distance relationships. And
I can't hear you.
Yes, you will experience just a little bit of everything.
I can hear you're not hearing can you hear us? You can hear us?
Yeah. I hear you, I don't hear her.
Oh, surprising. But I can hear her just well. Audience, do you hear her as well? I can hear her just fine. Maybe come in and come out. Maybe that's your issue with your audio too. Put something in the chat that you can hear Vega. Okay, you hear her, great. So we hear Vega and we hear Maisha. Maybe come in and come out possibly. I don't know why you're not hearing her. You know, technology is just going to be what it's going to be. I can hear her great. So keep going. I didn't mean to interrupt you. So there are some pros and cons to it. Does your relationship kind of lean towards, do you, you know, as far as the late night calls, especially with the time zones, how do you make that work?
You know, I think the way that I make it work, we make it work, me and my partner make it work in our relationship is our personalities work well together. Mm-hmm. Even though we have a lot of things about us that are opposite, mm-hmm. It works because I'm an early bird. Okay. You know? And it's a 5-hour difference. So that's a lot. Oof. But that's an example I would say is that when it comes to where it says late night calls, mm-hmm. or possibly even missed calls, what we do is we use a electronic platform that allows us to use voice notes and make video notes. Okay. And we make sure that we text each other good morning, text each other good night. But what really works is that I'm an early bird. So believe it or not, while it's like 8 o'clock her time, it's 3 o'clock my time, but I'm up. So I guess that works there. And then in midday, she tends to be working. At that time I'm probably sleeping, and
Yeah.
then when I wake up, we end up speaking again. So we know our schedules very well, and we just work through that, I'd say.
Okay. I love that you figured out some ways to, especially because she's 5 hours ahead of you, and that can be challenges. But and that's a good tip. Like, we may not be able to communicate right then and there, like pick up the phone, hey, boo, but you got those voice notes that she will know. Okay, when I wake up, when she sleep, I can listen to these voice messages, these videos. You maybe send some things to each other as far as gifts and food, whatever you do to make that person's day, because you're dating long distance. So of course you can't physically go out and date together all the time. I've seen people mention things like host having dinner dates over the video, where you order something, I order something, we were just sitting down and eating at the same time, or movies, watching movies together, when we can make the time. So that works for you. How do you balance that? Like, because you said 3 a.m. in the morning, you get up and go to work after that?
Yeah, because with my schedule, I would like get up early in the morning. I do things to get my day started because I do have a very early shift.
Okay.
So it works well for me. I got to be up early anyways. So I have a very, very early shift, and it helps me jumpstart my shift. I leave her either a voicemail, or perhaps a text message, or even a video note, let her know what the beginning of my day is. By the time that time, she's already left me some sort of a text message or voice note, which brightens my day. And of course, you got to work throughout the day. But I utilize my breaks to talk to her. I utilize my lunch break to speak to her, and then by the end of my shift, it's around 4 o'clock my time, but ultimately 9 o'clock her time. But she's now winding down and able to enjoy her time at home, and that's where we can really get the time to talk.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So typically, what time is that's 3 in the morning, or what's the best time you notice is a pattern for both of you guys to really just have a little bit of time to talk actually on the phone talking?
I'd say after I get off work, about 4:30 and 9:30 her time.
Yeah, so that sounds about like just around that, roughly around that time. I have a friend that's she's in India, by the way. She's actually from Africa, but she's in school in India. So I did notice around our afternoon time is the best time to reach out to her and say, hey, you good? You all right? And everything. She's in school right now, so she's just been bombarded with work. But I love it because I like to talk to international people and hear about their cultures and things like that. That their day to day, like it is here in the U.S. Like, what do you get up and do, and how do you get your day started? So, and especially just the time difference is so weird. It's like I'm having dinner while you're having breakfast.
Exactly.
So Maisha, let me go ahead and talk to you. So I brought you on because I believe you've had an experience of dating or trying to date long distance. Have you ever had success with it, or how was that?
Well, to start off, it was on a friendly level. I needed to speak to her in regards to like some legal stuff. Okay. And it just kind of grew into like a friendship or whatever. And then she was dating someone, and the dating kind of didn't work out. So she was kind of leaning like towards, I guess, building something, or us possibly trying to build something. But I always said from the beginning, I will always be your friend as long as you allow me to be your friend. But if you want to go into the romantic side of the situation, then I was open for it as well. But everything was going good. We talked, we laughed, we did a lot of things on the phone together. There was a hour difference in time.
Okay.
And we spent a lot of time on FaceTime. Even if we weren't on FaceTime, we were just like on the phone. Sometimes with just the phone on mute. very little cutesy stuff, and out of nowhere,
Do the sleep together thing, like I want
sleeping on the phone, eating on the phone, even showering on the phone, like just everything.
all in my life,
Everything.
all in my business. But
Oh,
that's somebody
yes.
you pursue.
I've never done that one.
You never done
Yeah.
the showering on the phone? Don't tell
No,
people.
I've
No, I'm
never
just
done
joking. But yes, I just prop the camera up, and yeah, it's fun.
But that's
But I
kind of that
mean,
we're gonna get into that a little bit. That sounds a little bit about just a little. Well, I don't know if you're showing your body or you're just showering while she's in the background listening. But
no, the door was open.
oh, love it. I love that
I
spice.
love
Go
it.
ahead. I wish my
But
woman would do that. Let me take a shower on the phone while I'm naked. That's how
it
I'm gonna make
was.
my day.
I mean, hey, you got. I mean, when you're so far away from each other, you gotta, keep it spicy if you can. So
Mhm.
that was a way that we did. But um, I don't really understand exactly what happened. I had to get off the phone. I was having a moment, and that from that point, everything went south. I don't know what happened. I was 4 days from flying out to visit, and she just flipped on me. She was like, I don't even want this. I hate that you even booked it. I don't know why I even let you go through with it. Um, like her family, she was saying certain things about family and friends, thinking like, am I out to get her? Nobody comes to visit her. Nobody has ever flown to see her. And it was a horrible 4 days. It was a horrible 4 days. And I obviously I didn't go. I was able to get some of my money back on some of the things, but it didn't even we didn't even get an opportunity to let it go further than being on the phone. So I don't know if she got cold feet. I'm not sure. Then I got blocked. Yeah, I got blocked.
Sorry.
Don't be, because sometimes that means it wasn't meant to be. So it's better to get it out the way before it even get started.
I'm asking this question, Maisha. So a lot of times, because it's kind of a similar, not a long distance situation, but things were going good. We were seeing each other a lot every week. Met friends. I met the family, the kids of all things. And that's one thing about dating for me. You're not going to meet my children until I feel like you are. Now, you might be outside and you might step in and, hey, this is my friend,
Mm,
whatever. But as far as coming to my house and like really parlaying with my children and everything else, I wait for a while till I know for sure that we are one. Um,
right.
but that person also kind of was like just did a cold shoulder and was like, I don't want this anymore. My situation, she was interested in somebody else, and it was like, okay, well, we're just getting to know each other. Just let me know these things. Let's be adult about these things.
Right.
If you decide to get with somebody else, cool.
Right.
I can move on. You gave me the opportunity to make my decision where I wanted to go with that one. Do you think that she got cold shoulders?
I honestly think that's what happened when you're big and you're very close to your family and you value what they say or friends say, sometimes it just doesn't work out. Maybe they got into her head. I did get to speak with her mom. Like we had plans to have lunch with her mom that Saturday because I was going Friday and we were gonna go to the mall and hang out and stuff and take me around. And yeah, I honestly, I don't know. I think maybe she got cold feet. Then I thought about, well, maybe did she find someone local to talk to? Because I think I want to say it was a 3 hour flight for me. So if I was to drive 17 and a half hour drive.
Oh, and
Mhm.
that's money I'm spending on plane tickets.
I
If you
got
have
I
to
got
stay
the
the whole
room.
home, that's room,
Yes.
airfare,
Yes.
everything. If you have to do a car rental,
Yes.
that's a
Yes.
lot of money just
Yes.
for someone to waste your time.
Exactly. Luckily I was able to get my money back for almost everything. I did have to pay a little fee to the airport, but other than that, I was able to get mostly a full refund for everything. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
So I guess my question will be, so looking at the highs and lows of that, so I guess it was really leaning towards the lows of that relationship. At first, it
Yes.
seemed like, calling all day, on the phone with each other all day, showering,
Yes.
eating, video FaceTiming, so you get to see them face to face.
Correct.
And being that you have your camera while you're doing daily things, it means you feel comfortable with her knowing,
Right.
what's going on in your house. And then
Correct.
and it was really not a big difference of a time zone issue. But
No.
did you experience loneliness? Like, did you get close enough where you felt like I'm missing you if we didn't talk to each other?
Yes. I was like, I wonder where she at. What's she doing? Why she ain't call? Why she ain't text back? Like,
Yeah.
but with the type of job that she had, and sometimes me being on the phone because I work in healthcare, I would understand why I wouldn't talk to her. But it was always short lived with the missing because she would always either respond or she would call me immediately, like as she's walking out of the door or getting ready to clock out or whatever. So the line of communication was there. So I don't understand how it went left just that quick.
Let me ask you, so did the pattern change, or did something just where the communication every day, did something kind of drift off? What happened?
We were on the phone, and I lost my brother in December. For everyone else that doesn't know, I'm sorry, my dog hears somebody blowing their horn. So
My
my
condolences. I'm sorry to hear that.
thank you. So a song, I was watching TV, I was sipping my little drink or whatever, and I was watching TV, and a song, because I was listening to music on YouTube, and I one of the songs that was my brother's favorite song came on. And I'm not a person that's gonna get emotional on the phone, or you know and I had my camera propped up, like on my phone propped up on my hookah, and I was like, you know what, let me call you back. And she was like, okay. So I had my little moment, and it wasn't even like 5 minutes. She was like, oh, enjoy your night.
Oh, so
She
just
was like,
no kind of, hey, you
she
okay?
was
Or
she
wow.
was like, enjoy your night. Whoever got your attention, I guess they needed it more than I did. And it just went downhill from there.
Wow. So you basically just kind of disconnected from the phone to have
Right. And I was like, no, this is what happened. I had this song, this memory came up. I'm actually sitting, like where I was sitting, I could actually see my brother's program from the funeral. So I'm listening to this song, I'm looking at this program, and I'm like, let me get this moment out, and then I'll come back to you. It wasn't gonna take that long.
Yeah.
And she didn't even want to hear it. She didn't want to hear it.
I'm sorry that happened to you. And a lot of times I love when people really do show who they truly are, especially when you're having a moment like that.
Correct.
That's important. You could have had a little bit of sympathy. It was like, oh, I'm sorry.
None.
I misjudged. I apologize. You okay? Do you need to talk about it? But I don't want to hear about it. Oh, you over there. So to me, that sounded like that person had already had a few insecure problems already. Like,
Where I ended, where it was the end for me,
okay.
is when she told me, you need to just let him go. I will never let my brother go.
Yeah.
My brother didn't let me go when he was here. So you don't tell somebody to let their loved one go.
Yeah.
Even if it's a relationship that didn't go. I say this all the time. I don't argue with the heart and private parts. Those two things want what they want. You can sit there and tell somebody, don't do this, don't do that, don't see him, don't let her come visit you, don't go. You don't know what she's going to do. She's from Texas and they have gun laws. I can't bring the gun on the plane. What are we talking about? So yeah, that blew my mind when she said, yeah, you need to let your brother go. I was floored after that.
I'm glad. Yes, I'm glad you didn't make that trip.
Yeah.
I'm glad that
Ashley,
you kind of
yes.
seen it early. How long were you guys talking and communicating? Was it a few months?
From like the summer, so like maybe like July to April. Yeah.
But that's why I will always say, like, when it comes to dating and getting to know each other, once you get past the, oh, I'm infatuated. It's so beautiful. I love this. It feels so new. Now things start to show of who they are after a while. So I know people like to jump in something real quick and it's like it's instant. You got to give it a few months to kind of see if that person continues that and be consistent with what they show you. A lot of times people will, especially when they get real comfortable with you, it's going to be revealed who they, a little bit of who they are. And sadly, some people ignore it, keep pushing it, and then it's like, oh my God, where did this come from? It's like, you saw it.
Yes.
You saw this, but you was, so happy about this relationship. Some people want to be in a relationship so bad, they will ignore the red flags and say they have a companion and everything. So I'm glad that you have made that happened as far as the trip. That was someone's way of guiding you and saying, no, this is not going to work out.
Saying no.
Yeah, she was.
I remember you saying something in one of your lives, how you like to see people, or you want to get to know people in all seasons.
That's me.
That's very, very true, because a lot of times people jump into relationships because it's new, it's fun, and it's exciting. Me and my auntie, we call it the monkey stage, because you know how monkeys are all over each other, and they picking a little bug. Yeah, so it's kind of like the little monkey stage, and then it's like as soon as something doesn't go their way, or if anything shifts, now you're like, why you didn't do this, why you didn't do that, or like, why we got this much energy and it wasn't even that serious. So I kind of feel like you were looking for a reason for me to cancel this trip, and you look, yes, very much.
That's the honeymoon stage. You got to get past that stage of the cute stuff and all that to see if it's real.
Yes.
So let me ask you this question. Did you find out why things shifted? Did you get some type of closure for it, or you just didn't care about it?
No. I got blocked.
Oh yeah, blocked. That's right. You did get blocked. Yeah. 1 second later, I'll be right back.
Real quick. Yeah, I was blocked.
And tell me about that. How did that make you feel?
At first, I was in my feelings about it, and I was more or less shocked because she was actually around. She was one of the first. Well, no, she wasn't one of the first, but she was in the top 10 of the people that I contacted when my brother passed away. So she knew what I was going through anyway. And I just kept saying, like, I need a getaway. I need a break. Because I never took any time off. So that was just going to be a quick little weekend trip where I could just refresh, relax, and focus on moving forward with my life without him, because we were extremely close. So it just, like, for her to respond the way that she did, and then to throw like, you need to,
get over that situation,
get over it. Like, no. So I was just in shock, honestly, because, and I think a little bit of the shock of losing my brother kind of softened the blow, because I was already hurt. So I just couldn't really give it too much energy or time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I had to jump off because my lashes wasn't doing what it was doing. It was trying to hang on for dear life. I had to go fix that thing. That's why my camera kept going off. I'm like, come on, not today, but that's all right. We make it work. My show is candid, so you're gonna see anything and everything on this show. But thank you for your story. I love that. Let's go ahead but I'm glad that you saw it when you saw it. And as far as you we're gonna go into just basically, now that we talked about the highs and lows, I want to go into, we hit on it just a little bit, but communication and trust. That's one of the hugest things you have to have in a long distance relationship, because unless you got cameras in each other home watching each other, or locations set up, and you guys share a phone plan, and you know some people get crazy and want to go get your phone logs, what you doing, how you doing it, who you doing it with. That can be a challenge. So I want to go ahead and put this one up because this is the kind of the make and break situation right here. I actually counseled a couple. I do couples counseling. If anybody's new to the channel, I am a mental health life coach. Um, and a lot of times I do couples counseling. And a couple came to me. They were long distance, but they tried to make the best of it. But that communication part, like you shutting off your phone at a certain time, or you're not answering while you entertaining friends, and your mate is messaging you, checking in with you, and you leave that phone on the counter, so you say. So it was a situation like that where there was a lot of mistrust in their relationship, where it ended up having to be where I had to work on both of them individually, too, because it's like we got to work on this communication style and the trust and everything else. There's a lot of things that's getting miscommunicated here. Learn how each other communicate and things like that. It's important. But so I want to put this up here. I'd like to have a little bit of literature for you guys to kind of go off of. So if you are watching for the first time, go ahead and screenshot some of these things, because let's talk about it. Communication and trust. How to keep intimacy alive when you are miles apart. So we got some things that we can actually do, but then we can go into when these things don't happen, how do you feel about it? So daily check-ins and deep talks. Honesty about feelings. Virtual date nights. That's what I was saying about some people get on FaceTime and maybe order at the same time to eat together, have a conversation, and next thing you know, ding dong, you got the roses at your door. There's this. So for people that's out here trying to date long distance, here's some tips, you guys. This is how you keep the spice going. Honesty about feelings, virtual date nights, clear and open expectations. Meaning, say what you mean and mean it. And then, don't give me broken promises and you don't plan on ever coming down here to see me, or I don't plan on coming to see you. I'm just fluffing it because you're so giving, and you give me all these gifts and things and I just really love it. Yeah, I'll FaceTime you for that. But am I really, really clearly trying to be with you or not? Or are we just kind of cool friends? Support and reassurance. That's another one. As well as sharing your day to day. So like she said, she had the phone while she's showering, where she's eating, maybe at work sometime. So is this a true good list, Vega, that you think, is this something that you do with your lady?
Oh, absolutely. Especially the daily check-ins. When it says deep talks, I definitely can resonate with that, because every conversation should matter and should count. Because you guys have that long distance. So, and just having that clear expectations, mutual understanding, the sharing of the day to day, and we do it in a way where it's like we talk about our day, we talk about the weekend, we share photos during that time, where we're enjoying our friends and our family and stuff like that. So we kind of have a glimpse of what we're doing, even though we're not there. We have an idea what they're doing, because believe it or not, you can be in a local relationship but not know what your partner is doing, because the partner cannot be talking to you, not be communicating well. So the thing is, if you you both have mutual understanding of quality communication, and you both have put an effort to ensure that you're communicating frequently and clearly, so that you guys aren't having to wonder or worry about the reassurance thing, I think that that's what really, really helps and impact the growth, the emotional growth of a long distance relationship. So yes, I absolutely agree with this listing.
Now, is this your first time doing a long distance relationship, or have you had experience with that before?
No, not my first time, but my first time having a long distance relationship in a different country.
I know.
Different state maybe, but different country. Yeah, this is very different.
Okay. Okay. So I asked you this then. Was there a difference? Of course, I know distance wise, you can probably hop on the plane quicker. It's cheaper to get to someone a little closer to you, but Did the dating part make a difference? Because I guess clearly you're not together, so I guess it didn't work out. But you said dating someone overseas. Was there a difference in just dating someone in the U.S. versus, and where is she now currently?
I'm in Orlando and she's in London.
Okay, so
Yeah.
dating someone from London.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you know, we don't have to go into details about your other dates, but someone apparently, I'm sure, U.S. Is there a difference? Is there a difference from how, you know, dating is there?
I would say it was different because you know, culture is a little different, being with someone who is British. And of course, my circumstance of dating someone else when I was dating in long distance, big difference I'd say between the two is my partner's very genuine in who she is, what she says. She's got a beautiful heart. She's got a beautiful soul. The person I had dated before, we were in the same country. She was in Cali. I'm in Florida, but she had fabricated her life, and it's hard to tell because when you are at a distance,
you can't really.
You are virtual. It's a lot that you can filter.
Yes,
it's a lot that you can hide.
Yes.
You know, eventually they will expose themselves, as you stated. Eventually, the truth will come out. The true colors will show.
That's right.
But it took time to build that.
Mm-hmm.
But the person I had dated, you know, it did not last because the person wasn't for me. Gotcha. You know, so it was more so they liked the thought of being with me, but they weren't invested in what it will cost and the effort it would take.
Yes.
And commitment it will take to act in a long distance relationship.
That's the challenging part there. You said I have you have a closet friend is a closet a close friend. I hope they're saying close. Closet friend in London. I'm gonna say how her accent gets me every time. Ooh, I'm sure. Those London accents. So you know, a closet friend. That means somebody that could be a potential, possibly unconscious. Or you saying close? I know. I'm joking with you. I know. I knew I was joking.
I love it here.
I'm telling you, I get silly on this show, y'all. So, but I love that. So, I mean, it really is the effort, being real about who you are. Because yes, you can filter everything. Shoot, you can filter your face.
Sure can.
Yes.
Let's just say that. Let me see your Maggie. You know. Like these people on TikTok don't be looking like that. I realized when I saw that I could put a filter on my screen to look like Halle Berry, and you're gonna meet Chuck Berry when you meet the person. That is fair. That is not fair. That's why catfish is what it is today. I don't know if it goes on like this council, but look, I want you to FaceTime me. We can Google time me or whatever your device is. I need to see you raw and real. I don't want no filter pictures where you did all this and fluffed it up a little bit. And this is when you were 20 pounds lighter picture. You sucked it in just like that. It's like, yep,
that's that good girdle.
No, and I also need you to be able to jump in the pool, come back out, and all this is still here.
Yeah.
That's me. I like someone that's natural. I might throw on a lash like I do sometimes.
Yeah.
But now the time I don't put on any lashes or I don't do a lot of makeup. For me, I just want you to be naturally comfortable with being who you are outside of all of that. There's nothing wrong with, you know, putting on some enhancing features. But if you have to live by that, cake all this on, and you're not happy with yourself, start looking into the mirror. Stop worrying about what everybody else is saying in society and look at yourself.
Correct.
Tell yourself you're beautiful. You got to believe in yourself, you know. But we can get into that on another show. I teach people how to learn to love themselves and love what they see in the mirror. Some people just look in the mirror and don't like what they see, only because other people have said something. And, you know, you got the model, you know, BBLs that look like Pampers after a while. That makes you feel like that's what a body look like. Now the male's getting the abs, instant abs, and it looks crazy. You got instant abs on the keg belly, and you walking around like this, like, yeah, come on now, please. let's keep it real. Lying about Janet Jackson. Oh, that is a Friday reference. Turn around looking like Freddie Jackson. I'm just
Oh
telling you,
my goodness.
and sometimes look, a lot of time I don't be feeling like I look like half of anything myself, but I love myself. I give you what you see is what you get. Is who I am.
Correct.
If you don't like that, you wasn't for me in the first place. And that's how I look at it. Okay. We need pictures up front and see who you really not. AI. Some be looking like Medusa and Wicked. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
So
Oh no.
Maisha, okay, back to you. So you guys did do the daily check-ins and
Yes.
did you do virtual dates? Anything on this list that
We did everything on the list. I really wouldn't say dating.
okay. Get it
The date nights we didn't do because like I said, we were always on the phone. We were always on FaceTime. And she didn't like for me to text. I remember I would, you know how you just do the little good morning, have a good day, happy Friday, those kind of she did not. She said, what's this finger stuff? But of course she didn't say stuff. And that basically means, why aren't you on my phone? Why am I not seeing your face or hearing your voice? And if I call regular, like, why are you calling me regular? Why I can't see what you're doing? So
Oh, okay. So
I'm
you were
like, okay. I'm like, I just gotta, But we will fall asleep. Now we would sleep on the phone,
okay.
and like, let's say she fell asleep first,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just like, let her get her rest, and I'll hang up the phone, call right back. Like, you were just calling the hogs in 2 seconds ago. But yeah, we did. But we did do the check-in, the detox, the what do you want, what don't you want. We talked about relocating. We did talk about relocating, and
Okay.
I was open to it. I had even talked to my children about it, and they were like, Mama, you raised us, live your life. So that was up for discussion as well. So,
Yeah.
but like I said, it just went south.
And I like what I'm gonna put it back up here. Because to me, because did you really hint on the honesty about feelings though? Did you
Yes.
feel like you got all of that, or because it did seem like something happened where it went left? So did you feel she was still being honest about that at first?
At first, yes. At the end, no, because after the big blow up,
Mhm.
um, when I'm mad, it's horrible. Like, I kind of shut down, and you got to give me a second to get it back
Gather
together.
yourself a little bit, yeah,
And because I don't want to say anything out of pocket.
yeah.
And so she just was like, you know, um, I love you. And I was like, if you love me, never do or say that again.
Mm.
And even after that little peaceful moment, it's still just
Kind of went.
festered. Yeah.
Maybe do you think that could it possibly be that she just felt like you instead of because my thing is people when you are dating someone and you're trying to get in a relationship with somebody you got to also learn people's communication styles and how they handle emotions how they handle things some people don't like to cry in front of someone they
Hmm.
like to go and handle their business by themselves have their moment and then come back out and say you know what I just had a moment and that's something that you
Hmm.
did you got off the phone you had a moment
Yes.
but maybe because it just seemed like she wants you on the phone all the time, like FaceTime. Why you ain't
Yes.
doing this? So
And
you
that's
felt
what
like
she
that was
said.
an intimate, a precious moment for you that she didn't feel a part of. You think that was the case?
Yes, because she had several breakdowns with me on the phone.
Okay.
And she said, you saw me at my most vulnerable state, and you couldn't be vulnerable with me. And it was just like, it was all about her. It was never, not one time was I ever asked, are you okay? Even though I said this or I did that, You never came back to say, "Are you okay?" or "How are you feeling now?" Never. Just me, I, my, and mine.
Uh,
Yeah.
selfish. Whatever attitude you had towards someone that's grieving a loved one that passed. That's just,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
like I'm a twin. I've only seen my twin sister break down. Maybe I can count on my hands the time I've seen her. It was when my great grandmother passed away. Um, I think I got to her one time because we know each other like this, so I know how to get under my sister's skin. And we had got into a little argument, and she broke down. I was like, oh, I got to her, but I felt bad because she don't show a lot of emotions.
Right.
Some people are just like that. They like to be private and grieve, and especially when the person was telling you get over it. I lost
Yes.
my brother to a car accident. This will be 3-4. It's been a while now. 2019, he passed away.
Okay.
He passed away 4 days after my birthday, mind you. June 4th is my birthday. He passed away June 8th. So my birthdays aren't the same. So everybody knows me knows that around that time I'm gonna probably have some emotions, and I try to celebrate him as well because we do the balloon release and things like that. So to me, my birthdays are different because of that. His birthday's in January, so I don't feel like I'm gonna ever just get over it. I'm gonna do
No.
something in honor of him. I'm gonna do something, you just can't move past that type of stuff. Maybe I think I can say as time went on, I wasn't as I didn't break down as much. I still had a little,
Right.
you know, choking in my chest, but I was like, I can talk about it more without getting emotional about it. But it still is a time for me. So for someone to say that's just cruel. And I'm sorry that it happened to you. And I'm just glad you dodged that bullet.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Um, and then of course we're here. Look, I'm telling you, I'm here. We are what Kandid Room is. Everybody is a open platform that we don't judge. I'm unbiased, and I do not allow people to disrespect, make you feel any way. And if you feel comfortable to show some emotion, because I do, I'm on here. Sometimes I tell my story because I feel like my story can teach someone else something. So it's why it's candid. I don't sugarcoat anything I talk about. I might keep it anonymous to who I'm talking about, but I'm going to talk about my feelings and what I'm going through. And, so here, I want you to take something from this and just know what to look, thank you, a safe space to look for in a partner. If they're going to, those little intimate things for you, as far as your brother and things like that, that's dear to your heart. And if it's somebody doesn't have any compassion towards that, that's someone not for you.
Correct.
And it's going to be okay. And then you lean into the people that do really care. And you don't tell somebody. You don't know how people grieve. Bring out our red flag. Oh my God, we should.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, is he in here? I got to get a picture of it. You got to send me that picture, and I'll post it. Send me that picture. I'm gonna post because we do have a red flag guy that we be posting up. I might put it in there, but hey, it's okay. It's okay. So we're gonna go into the next one. I'm glad that I'm telling you, this conversation, we get a little deep. We get a little deep. We get in our feelings, but it's all about just doing better and being better and knowing what to look for and what not to look for to be a better you as well, and accept what you accepting and let go of things that's not for you. But we're gonna go ahead into the challenges now. We kind of hit on the pros and cons and the communication and trust factor, but we're gonna kind of dig a little deeper into some challenges that we have. And I hope you guys are screenshotting this, or if you're new to the channel, just please go ahead and come over to YouTube. It's Kandid Room with the K. And we're going to talk about challenges today. Kandid Room on YouTube. So, and if you want to be a guest on the show, you can actually email me at maggietproductions@gmail. Or, excuse me, you can find me on social media platforms, Maggie T Productions. And of course, I'm everywhere. I'm in all groups and everything else. So just find me if you want to speak your piece and you got a topic. I love suggestions as well. So with that, let's talk about the challenges of long distance relationship. So because we kind of got into the time zone, so we can make that short and brief. We kind of missed on that one, but more into the loneliness, the jealousy, and the missed milestones because of the distance. Let's say you're turning 40 and that's a big thing for you, and that person just couldn't make it. Or it's, you involve them into your family life and you really want them to be there for your graduation or big milestones, of course, or a death in the family. You really want that shoulder and support, and I can't make it. So have you both? I'm gonna start with you, Vega. It doesn't have to be about your current or what have you, but have you felt any of these: loneliness, jealousy, and missed milestones?
Yes, I'll definitely say in my current, I there are times where I'm like, when there's a birthday coming around and I'm not there, I'm like, dang, I would really love to spend that birthday with her. The holidays are coming up, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And we've been together for a year. Fun fact, today is our 1 year anniversary of being together. Yes, it is October 3rd.
It's your anniversary.
Yeah.
It's our special day. Had to do your little serenade for that.
I need that. Come on. Yes. So today is our anniversary, and I sent her a message, letting her know how I felt about her, and I sent her a list of 365 reasons why I love her.
So you did it.
I sent that to her this morning, and she said she had
Oh, wow.
And it's very, very detailed about the little things I know about her, the way I feel about her. I think she's beautiful. She's radiant. I love her soul. I love her spirit. And I put that in this, a PDF where she could just read it and just read it throughout the day. And she really understand the depth of how I feel about her. But I say this to say is, a day like this, I would consider a milestone. It would be so lovely to cuddle with her, to spend physical time with her, to hold her, and so forth. And it becomes hard, Do I get jealous? No, because I trust her 100%. But I understand the loneliness when you aren't physically able to be there. So it makes communication that much more important.
Yes. Okay. So
very true.
So with the loneliness, is it anything that you do? Because especially, I guess the time zone. Sometimes you just can't. You're waiting on her message because she's asleep or working, and it opposite end on her side. You're sleeping when she's up. What do you do to combat that loneliness? And keep it PG. Well, whatever you're doing, just
Yo,
when you're lonely time.
I sure am. I'd say I still keep myself busy.
Okay.
Even when she's not around, I spend time with my loved ones, with my friends. I still go out.
Okay.
I still exercise. I still have hobbies, and I still work on my career. So when you keep yourself busy, it helps. Well, at least it helps me. When I keep myself busy, it helps me to get out throughout the day. And then I pick up. I know that I'm going to speak to her the next day because we talk to each other every day. And I have that much more to look forward to. And I think that's what helped me. That's my pick me up. To break through the loneliness. And I think that is worth a lot more than the con of feeling lonely. Because I know that I have something to look forward to the next day.
Correct. So you're expecting something.
I have to
wake up in the morning. So it's like, well, I'll go out and hang out with my friends and things like that. But as long as I know that's that consistency we was talking about earlier. Sure. Being dedicated and consistent to keeping that communication going. And even if it's just you got a little busy, but it's a check-in. Hey, I was a little busy today, but I will reach. I just want to say I thought about you, or flowers, or whatever, because I know you are. Is active service? Is that your love language?
It's one of my love languages that I like to give. I love. I'm a very chivalrous woman.
Okay.
And I enjoy sending those surprise flowers. My girl just comes into work and there's some flowers at her door because I like to say, hey,
nobody think about me like that.
Friday I got your nail appointment. You want to get your
That's
hair
important.
nice? I got you. I love doing things like that. Actually, I love all the love languages. Like I splash of all of them. But physical touch is actually, I would say my love language. But I'm also a person that loves to give.
Okay.
Okay. I enjoy being chivalrous. I love doing that.
Yeah. Okay, but there's a difference, people. It's because that person has showed that this consistency and is worth doing these things for. Don't expect, like the dating world here in the US, unfortunately, it's like I need all that right then for me to make a decision if I want to be with you or not. And then actually I'm just out here having a date because I just want to eat. That's it. I'm not even here to just really get to know you. I just want you gonna pay for this and you gonna pay for that. What can you do for me lately? And then you get out of that person and you move on by your. I'm just keeping it real. Okay. So I'm just saying. So as far as you, Maisha, as well, we already kind of talked about the loneliness because you said the video calling, but jealousy, what was the other? I'm gonna go back and put that back up. The challenges, right here, missed milestones, times. But I know it was kind of. Was that your only long distance relationship? Well, attempt at a relationship. Okay.
Yes. I've always been scared to like meet people on the internet. I never thought that you could find like real love, with a stranger, So jealousy, no. Missed milestones. We really didn't get that far into it.
I figured.
Well, it was her birthday 2 days before my brother passed. So I did get to send gifts. So that was cool, but of course you want to be there, to celebrate. Yeah. Loneliness, I didn't really have an opportunity to be or feel lonely because we were always on the phone. The only time Mondays and Tuesdays are the days that I go into the office. So from 8 to 5, though minus lunch, we didn't talk because I was at work. So other than that, like soon as I go to lunch, on the phone. Soon as I clock out and get to the car, on the phone. So I didn't have time to be, lonely. Jealous side, I could see that with
you can see it. Was it more on her side or your side?
Her side, not me.
Of course,
Yeah.
Hanging up talking to somebody else's situation. Okay.
Right.
My thing is, we have to allow people time. I know long distance, you want to be on the phone all the time, but you got to also give yourself time to breathe and miss one another too.
True.
And don't get upset if a person just like, hey, give me a moment. I'm gonna go over here and handle what I'm gonna handle. I'll be back and talk to you. You got to give somebody some space, just a little bit.
Because I am a mama. I'm a mama.
You got all this going on. I was dating someone that kind of just like literally, I'm at work. I gotta have this phone just like this in front of me while I'm working.
Yes.
I want to sleep on the phone. What you doing? Hey, I'm gonna call you now. And it's like, and used to get mad because I do this. I do podcasts. I do meet and greets. I do counseling. I do a lot of things outside of being a parent. So,
right.
Certain days you should know my schedule, what I'm doing, some things. So, of course, I get right off of work. I got to prepare for this. I'm a little busy. And it's like, oh, I forgot you was doing that. Oh, I haven't heard from you. Can you watch it? Can you support? Can you
share?
Give me 50 feet for a moment. Sometimes it can be a little too.
It can be.
Some people can feel suffocated. And me being on my own for so long, freshly divorced, but before that we were separated. We weren't even living together. I kind of got accustomed to having you got to have your space to meditate, breathe, gather your thoughts. You just need a moment where you can shut down by yourself.
Correct.
Get your life together. That way, I'm in a better headspace to entertain you also, because dating someone and really saying, hey, we're trying to be committed here, you're going to take on their grievances. You're going to take on their personalities, what they might be going through the day. So you got to be available to be that ear for them and give them support, and etc. At the same time, that's a lot that you're taking on as far as your energy and everything that's pulling from you, especially you can't be there physically to hold them and hug them. It drains you. And if that person is like, nope, I don't want to give you any time to kind of come back and get yourself together, that's
Right.
a lot for somebody. You got to have your own life. Absolutely. That's what I exactly mean. You got to learn to be able to have your own life, so your lady can go out there and hang out with her friends. It's like, I encourage it. You got something to do? Great. I can take this time and I can be doing whatever I'm going to do. I'm a football person. I'm a sports person. So if I'm dating someone that doesn't watch it and all that, go ahead and do what you want to do, because I'm going to be sitting right in front of this TV or at the game, enjoying myself. That's my me time. We all need some me time. That's my problem. I need to make time to talk to God, breathe, and rest. And that's what we have to work on ourselves. We put people on the pedestal. We put ourselves last, but you got to also remember, you got to take care of you as well. Just take a moment, 15 minutes in your day. You got to lock yourself in the bathroom, whatever you got to damn do, even if you live together.
Yeah. My me time is the nail shop.
The nail shop.
Don't bother me while I'm there.
Your me time is what? Orlando, amusement parks and things like that.
You said for my me time?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Oh, I have self-care days.
Yes.
Where I get my hair retwisted. I go get a pedicure and a manicure.
Sometimes I massage.
I'll meditate
Mm-hmm.
or just walk around, Disney or Universal. I know it sounds crazy, but I'll just walk around and just enjoy the scenes, maybe take pictures of a few things and just relax, enjoy the fresh air, touch some grass.
Yes.
One thing I would say is that whether I am in a long distance relationship or a local relationship, I never want my partner to feel like I'm suffocating her or that has to be on standby 24/7. Because at the end of the day, she had a life before she met me, and she's going to have a life while she's with me, and she's going to have her own identity. So it's hard already to balance out life with your family, your friends, your job, your hobbies, and all that.
Right.
But a person should never deter you or hinder you from having that fulfillment and that balance. They cannot be on standby 24/7. So that's why I like it to be authentic. If she needs me, I'm here. If she's ready to talk to me, she'll talk to me. If she needs to call me, she'll call me. But I don't feel like I have to be there 24/7, 7 days a week, 365, because that's not realistic or fair.
And I love that you said she has her own identities. Basically, this was my life before I met you. You should be a compliment to my life, though.
Absolutely.
Correct.
You should be, but at the same time, I still have what I'd like to do for me, because not everything, a lot of times you're going to learn, you're not going to be liking everything together. You're going to have your different things that just builds you joy and peace. And a lot of people get into these relationships and lose themselves because they're trying to change themselves to be, or someone saying, you got to come in here and do this and you got to do that, or I'm going to leave because I want my person to do this and that and the other. What if it's something that you're demanding is something that they're not comfortable with? Now, I believe in a little bit of compromise on it. So maybe you don't like horror movies, but it's like, you know what? Let's find a movie that we can both agree on to like, that's maybe not be as scary, but I know that you really, things like that you compromise on. But also don't be in your feelings that person just say, no, I'm not comfortable with that. Let's say some people are introverts and don't really like a big crowd of things, but you want to take them to a bump and grind concert where everybody booty shaking and bumping into you and, hey friend, it's like, and then y'all yelling at each other, I can't hear you. That person is like over here in the corner, like, I'm uncomfortable, I'm ready to go. No, I want you to meet my friends, and it's a big deal to me. Stop being selfish and thinking about you and thinking about what your partner is feeling. What do you think about that, Maisha?
I think that is very true, because I know in the past I would always change for my mate. And I just had a discussion with my sister earlier today, and I told her my next relationship, I'm gonna have to be 100% Maisha. If you can't accept, or if there are things that you don't like, we can talk about it. And if it's gonna be greater for me or us together, yes. But when I say I changed a lot about me, I changed a lot
Yeah.
about me to accommodate past relationships. So yes, definitely no, I'm not doing it no more.
And then I like what Ashley Wilson. Shout out to her. She's in our Malibu chat. Hey lady, hey
Yes.
lady. She basically said that she's one of those types that's just kind of like, hey, go out there, have your fun. I mean, just let me know when you get home so I know you're safe and everything else. But I do want you to go and have some time with your friends and family. At least I know that you checked in and you're all right. I'll see about you when you get back in. That's healthy. That's healthy.
Yes.
That's us, Ashley.
Take some note, people. Take
Yes.
some notes. And
Yes.
Savagely Uncut, I was just actually on their show, on Devo's live show, Devo Vibe, excuse me. She's getting ready to come out with a series October 7th, her podcast.
Okay.
With her friend Lala, and it's going to be kind of similar to what we got going on as far as conversations, everyday life, and things like that. So I can't wait till you get that rolling. I'm going to be tuning in, but thank you for tuning in to me tonight, definitely. So she said, "Hey everyone, Kiara
Hello.
Tate, okay, hey sissy and panel, hello, love
That's
you,
my
love you,
sis.
yes, love it." And while you're here, people, please subscribe to the channel as well as share this out. You know, because I want this message to get to more people, especially if it's something, a topic that somebody in a long-term relationship or long-distance relationship. Any tips and tools that you can take from this that can relate to somebody, send it to them. Like, look,
Yeah.
check out, girl. There's some good stuff over here. So now we got into the challenges, and then we're gonna probably close it out soon, but because we got a couple more key points, and then I want to get the audience a chance to kind of talk about if they've been in long distance relationships. Some things in the chat. You can go ahead and start putting that, because that's our confession corner.
Okay.
Where you can just kind of put in what your experience were. Are you still in the relationship? How is it working for you? We'd love to hear your story. Survival tools. So let's talk about how to survive a long distance relationship. Excuse me. I'm drinking this beer. So with that, there's some things that you can do. And now we talked about a little bit of that earlier today, which is tech hacks. So just finding ways virtually that we can see each other. And that way we feel like we're still in the same room. So a lot of people FaceTime. A lot of people are either just call on the phone just to hear them breathing and going to sleep on the phone. But you got to, of course, set a time aside for that, so you both have uninterrupted time with each other. But one thing, a pet peeve for me is, if we set aside a time to communicate, and that's kind of the only time we really can communicate. And if you're busy, say that I'm busy today, I really can't make it to that time. But hey, love you, thinking about you, but I do got some things going on. Don't have everybody in the background listening to our conversation. You walking around with me on speaker, and everybody involved in your conversation, and leaving feedback and everything else. That gets on my everlasting nerves. Give your person the undivided attention when you give that call. Now, if you can't help it, that person just say, "I just need to talk to you real quick." That's different. But if you know that your communication one-on-one time is that damn important, don't friends can wait till you get off that phone call.
Yes.
I just find it disrespectful to me. But tech hacks, I want to hear from both of you. So FaceTime, anything else, like you said, the voice notes and things. Anything else for tech hacks that you do that you can give some tips to people that are long distance dating? Anything else that we didn't cover?
You can send the little, the little spicy pictures.
True.
You can send those. You can I'm trying to think what else could you do? Like we said, flowers and text, and you could even email. I mean, it's several different ways you can do it.
Yeah.
But everybody is so big on FaceTime, so that's actually perfect for long distance relationships. It's come a long way. And then again, like you said, you get to be face to face, but far away, so I can see you. So
Mhm. All right. And Miss Vega, anything else that we haven't hit on as far? I mean, I'm pretty sure we kind of covered all. It's really not too much you can do there, but is anything else in addition outside of spicy pictures? Um, tech hacks that you because you seem like you're very creative in how you express yourself and make sure that that person feels like that you think about them and everything else. Any other tech hacks that works for you guys?
Recently, her and I decided that we should set aside like 30 minutes a week to
Okay.
talk once a week.
Mm-hmm.
So 30 minutes in a conversation once a week to kind of talk about us, the future, day-to-day conversation, so that we can keep that emotional connection going,
Mm-hmm.
and continue to have that mutual understanding of where we're going as a couple. Also, like I said, you utilize one of these apps, the social apps that allow you to do voice notes and
Mm-hmm.
video calls and texting and stuff like that, so that you are able to communicate more. Because it's kind of hard to call. You're gonna miss a lot of calls if you try to call each other.
Yeah.
But if you have some sort of voice note, you can always go back to that platform and hear it, even when you're busy. At the time that they actually wanted to speak to you. So it kind of helps you with that. And visit. It doesn't have to always be long distance. I had When we discussed ourselves today, I was telling her I'm thinking about changing this into a hybrid relationship. So, which means it's going to be a combination of of us both doing frequent visits so we can see each other,
Mm-hmm.
and having a long distance relationship where we're speaking virtually. So, yeah, plan dates, plan virtual dates, plan days to actually visit each other,
Mm-hmm.
and utilize the platform where you can voice note and call and so forth.
I'm
That's
big on
that's
voice
my
notes.
Bible hack.
I love I when I discover voice notes, I voice note everybody because sometimes I don't feel like typing big paragraphs. So it's like,
very true.
look, I love
Yeah.
to say, "Buda, buda, 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 buda,"
Yeah.
and then it's like you hear it, then you send your, then I get to hear your voice too. It's like in the middle of the night, missing your boo. Let me hear that. I love you one more time on recording. I love you.
I
You,
love you.
you hang up. No, you hang up. So that's what I'm talking about. So tech
Yeah.
hack is just setting aside a time where, like I said, undivided attention to your partner, 30 minutes. In a case that 30 minutes doesn't happen today because you're just so bombarded with a lot of stuff, it's like, you know what? I'm going to make up for it with the voice note. I'm going to make up for it just letting you know, hey, I got a little busy, but I'm thinking about you. And then planning visits, you touched on that as well. That's setting expectations as well. Hey, I wanted to be hybrid now, so I do want to see you in person. Also, I want to talk to you at a certain time in the day. That way, she's also like, you know what? I'm going to make sure on my calendar I'm doing nothing else around this time because that is our dedicated time to speak. And that's going to build your bond to be stronger because it's consistent. The consistent
Correct.
word, again, people, the effort. If you feel like you're doing all the effort and that person is not, you might
Right.
want to reevaluate that situation. And then knowing when it's time to the bottom, it didn't show the whole thing. It's supposed to be like saying, let's say you're doing all this effort and then you realize, you know what, this is not going to work. It's supposed to say knowing when it's time to kind of let it go. You know, that's important too. Sometimes you feel like, you know what, I really thought you was going to be a partner for me, but I realized over time, seeing all your seasons after the honeymoon stage, and it's like, you know what, I think we're not really compatible here. But hey, I appreciate your time, but I'm going to go ahead and go on by my business. So knowing when it's time to go as well,
Yeah.
people, we got to really, really accept that when it's not going to work out, and trying to hold on to hope and all this, and this, nothing, don't do it to yourself.
Yeah.
Please
A
be
lot of
careful
times
about that.
people have to learn to be comfortable with having uncomfortable conversations. And a lot of time I remember that stems back to your podcast from last week with the ghosting. I think that's a lot of times why people get ghosted is because that other person isn't comfortable with just being real about what they want or don't want, and don't know how to do or say it without either hurting your feelings, or they just afraid of, the outcome, or how you may just explode on them. So yeah, if you're not comfortable with having uncomfortable conversations, you really kind of can't really be in a relationship, because everything is not going to be sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's some things that you kind of notice about a person that might
Yeah.
be a trigger to you. We got to also that's where it comes from. Working on yourself and understanding who you are,
Right.
what your hangups are. So I just encourage, even if you don't do a therapist, do like a mental health coach and things like that.
Hmm.
I got my friend calling. I'm gonna text her in a minute. Um, yeah, I'm doing a show. Doing a show. Call you back.
Sorry, I had to move.
So okay, it's fine. It's fine. So with that, we also got to work on ourselves before we jump into these relationships, people. I'm
Correct.
unfortunately, I've dated people that was just not emotionally mature. Didn't have They weren't working on themselves to heal or anything like that. And me being a coach, I felt I was being their savior than them saving themselves. So I was
Hmm.
taking on a lot more of what they were going on versus what I had to work on my own self. So if you're going to get into relationships like this, you better work on you first before you put all this on somebody.
Absolutely.
If you got some things that that bothers you, knowing what your triggers are, what your boundaries are, what makes you happy, what makes you sad, taking accountability. If your relationship's not working over and over and over and again, but your behavior and everything that you do hasn't changed, sometimes you might want to look back at yourself and say, hey, is it me?
Right.
It's okay to sometimes, we all are human. We make mistakes. We're not perfect. Being
Correct.
able to accept that and say, you know what? Yeah, you're right. There's
You
some
know
things
what I
to work
what
on.
I said that I want to do,
Mhm.
for whatever my next relationship. I don't want to do what I've done in the past, which is I would let stuff just sit and wouldn't say anything. If it bothered me out or if it hurt my feelings, I would just mask it or push it to the side, and then something else, like, it'll get better. I'm telling myself, oh, it'll get better, or they'll change, or maybe they just didn't understand me. And instead of me just saying, hey, I didn't like the way you spoke to me, like, I didn't like how you said that, or that made me feel some type of way when you did this, instead of, I would just let it build, and then it just explodes
Yeah.
eventually. So that's what I had to work on, because I know I just was always trying to be a people pleaser and put myself on the back
Back
pedal.
burner.
So
Mhm.
yeah.
And I like this. It's kind of going back to just the communication and the tech hacks. It said, thank you. Of course, long distance is easier today with FaceTime, and then taking turns visiting each other long distance and planning trips can work. It takes trust and communication for sure. She also said that sharing, hold on, go back. Sharing each other's schedules like a shared calendar on the phone, maybe even download the 360 app. And I do that for a few friends, and of course my babies app. And so you see where they are, and if you're worried. I do have 360. I have friends that I continue to keep on 360, just because I just want to make, especially they have some illnesses and things that they might need to somebody to know where they are in case of emergencies and things like that. So very few now. You got everybody in my corner. You don't need to know where I'm going. But if I care about you that much, yes. If I feel like distance, But at the same time, you don't have to have your sharing your, if that's what you both agree on mutually, not more of, I need to see where you at. And the other person is like, but I don't feel comfortable about letting you know where I'm at. You got to have that communication. Don't give in. Definitely. If you're not cool with that, it's okay to say I'm all right. We're gonna take our time before I start sharing my location. But you're gonna know where I'm at and all that. I'll let you know. But that's a little too much into my personal life, especially when we're just kind of just starting out and dating. You'll need to know everything about what's going on unless I tell you. So you said agreed on the voice note. It helps so you can express yourself. Absolutely.
Yes.
Randomly go out somewhere, go to the park, zoo, and aquarium, and just watch nature. So you just kind of going back to how you can have your own identity. Ashley again said, I did a virtual escape room with someone. Those types of activities are so fun. You have to pull out the computer. So
I never seen that before.
Nice.
Write that down.
That actually is
I'm gonna look it up.
That's a good, not even just, like
write that down.
Some challenging games and things that y'all can play together as well. That's going to get you guys just to have a good. People be playing chess online. People be playing Wheel of Fortune, all kinds of little fun stuff that you can do together. So make it a game day as well. Then we did one in person. Okay. And I've been to an escape room. It was fun. We failed, but it was fun. Like we couldn't save each other. We wanted to, and nobody could crack the code. But we had a little sign up. I did it. And then, speak your truth though. Speak up.
Yes.
Speak up for yourself. Because, and then I say that definitely because I mentioned it on our live earlier. I was like, you can't expect someone, or whatever I was talking about it at. You really can't expect someone to understand what you're thinking and feeling unless you actually speak it. Especially when you're long distance, you're not seeing their body language. You're not seeing all of this. You get in the text. Right. And a lot of times, sometimes text can get lost in transaction because you might put all caps and you're thinking, why are you yelling at me? Or something you said, you might have not meant it in that tone, but to them, they're reading it as something that it's not. You get what I'm saying? So, but if it's something that's bothering you, like you hold things in, you got to get that out and let them know what's happening. And don't expect that person to be able to read your mind. That's something that people have to learn when communicating with each other. I won't know it until you damn tell me.
True.
I could try to figure it out, but I might misjudge that and be a whole different thing that you got issues with. And I'm over here just like, well, you all right, because you ain't said nothing. And then it's like, she over there mad like this. You get a little dry, hey, are you okay? Mm-hmm. I'll talk to you later. It's like, what the hell did I do? Say it then. What did I do wrong? Because you got to tell me. Okay. So, but that's basically the gist of it, everybody. So if you guys want to drop anything in the chat, so that was our Survivor Twos. I hope you got a little something from it. Just, you just got to, like she said, 30-minute days, time in the day that you set aside, like you're dedicated to that every day. The voice notes, the pictures, the naked video dancing, or whatever you do to spice up your life and intimacy and whatever else you do, non-PG. Just do it for your partner and be like, yeah, I ain't missing nothing because I get to see it all. So, but now I want to get into the last bit of it. Then we're going to get into, how to follow you and everything else. And shout out to Malibu's group. If you are in Malibu, hopefully you're tuning in. If not, I hope everybody, I'll put a caption on that to make sure we draw attention to this episode, because it is definitely a pleasure. But I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes. If you ever been in a long distance relationship, did it work? Did it not? And what about it that is working or not? We would like to kind of hear from you. Give it a few minutes. This is the confession corner. Anything else that you want to mention, or what's upcoming for you as far as like what's 2 years anniversary? So it's 2 years for you?
For me?
Mm-hmm. Your anniversary?
1 year anniversary.
1 year anniversary. Okay, got that right. So moving forward, now that you kind of seen some of the challenges and things like that, does it kind of, or some of the tips that you wrote down, does it kind of help you a little bit to find some new ideas to kind of keep that going?
Oh, absolutely. I'm intrigued about this escape room.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't
Yeah, I
talk
really
about
am.
that.
And video, in games, we haven't done any type of board games or any type of virtual type of reality type of activities other than watching movies. We watch movies frequently. But I would like to do more stuff like that to spend the time because to me that would be considered a virtual date.
That's a date.
I'd like to dip
Yes.
my toe into more of that. Um,
Hmm.
and just the advice I'm hearing from you all, it's helpful. It really is.
Yes. I have a
So,
question. Have you met in person yet?
We did. We met April of this year.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, she is awesome. She's everything I expected and more. So I'm looking forward to where this is heading. I'm excited about getting starting more remote work within my career so
okay.
that I can do more international traveling. And
Okay.
I think there's a lot of endless potential with us and growth. And I think I know this is my person, so I'm excited about it.
Okay, I'm excited
Yes.
for you, and we would love to have you back again. A little
Thank you.
later on down the line. 1 year is a milestone already.
It
Yes.
is. It
Y'all
is.
made it past the honeymoon. You ain't quite got the U-Haul truck ready,
Ain't no you all.
You all
but
playing.
Yeah, you all play.
Get down.
you ain't got there yet. But now I guess my question is, um, have you guys had a conversation about possibly being in the same area, like longer term after? Well, I know you said your international travel and things like that. Do you plan on and hopefully come together to live, kind of be around each other a little bit more, like living wise, possibly? An idea.
We talk about it. We do have conversations of what it would be like if we were to live together. We haven't had a set mutual agreement of whether she would move here or I would move there, but we know there's a possibility that wherever we decide to both go, that suits us both, career and family wise, we could see each other moving together and taking up to that next level. We don't have a set date or anything set in stone of when, but we see the potential and we have those conversations. So
Get down.
it makes it feel that much more genuine and
Mhm.
authentic. So I really do can see us doing it more sooner than later.
Okay. And I
Finish.
That's
feel it,
good.
and I love that because people do go into these relationships, and they really don't put their, you know, this is kind of what I want out of my relationship.
Mhm.
You got to have these conversations ahead of time, because some people kind of go into this relationship, and then when it comes to that conversation about, okay, what we're going to do about this later on, and you
Mhm.
don't finally have that conversation, you have an idea that, okay, we're going to work towards something, or it can be one of those, no, I don't want that. It gives you the opportunity to make a decision like, oh, okay, so do I want to continue this to be long distance where we don't plan on ever living together? But you really got to set your priorities and, everything, your intentions early in
Mhm.
these relationships. You need to know what that person want and what you want and all that. Put it out on the table financially, all of that good stuff when you get a little further in your relationship and you really are saying, hey, I'm committed to you. And we do have some confessions. I'm gonna get to you, Maisha. It says, I say confessions, but you don't gotta reveal too much of it. But wasn't a long distance relationship for over 4 years. It was the video calls that made it easier, but the trust factor was an issue at first and then made it
Mm.
stressful. I learned a
Mm.
lot. Okay. I'm glad you put that out there. So it taught you something. Cosmic, would that be something you would do again? And same for you, Maisha, since um, you had a relationship that just didn't, well, you was getting to know each other. It didn't really
Yeah.
work out. Would you long distance date again?
I would. I would. Um, Mainly because um I feel like it's a better way to get to know someone. I mean, like you're gonna get to know people that's local, but I'm a little bit more intrigued by people that's far away from me because, I've said before, I'm from a small town and everybody knows
Everybody.
everybody.
Oh,
So if you don't know them directly, you know someone close enough to them. Not to say that I wouldn't try to talk to or allow someone local to talk to me, but I'm just not in that headspace. I really do enjoy getting to know people, like with the time change, like what's the weather like over there, and what, like, y'all got blue water, my water muddy, like I like that. So yes, I would definitely do it again. Yes.
okay. I love it. And we got Savagely Uncut. Like I said, October 7th. Please tune in to her show. I think it's at
Okay.
9 p.m. Eastern Hour Time on YouTube. Yes, my last few relationships are long distance. I thought it'd be easier and we would take turns visiting each other. 1 month I go there, and 1 month he come here. But here as well, continuing your conversation, it says we would use stuff like even watch a movie together on FaceTime from home. It is hard, but it can work. Um, and I guess you're I guess savagely, I guess you dated a lot. Kind of similar to Maisha, was it just kind of hard finding someone local that you can relate to, or you just I'm not doing it. I know everybody here. Um, what was that? Why are you doing long distance relationships, and will you continue to do long distance relationship if that's what you're interested in? I kind of want to hear about that. And then answer my question, Cosmic. Said I would prefer not to do it again, but if I had to, I know how to handle it. So you're still open
Mm.
to it, but I guess locally you rather someone be there where you can physically get to know them in face. Okay, so you'll do it again. Okay, so yes. Okay, perfect. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for definitely, like I said, this is a safe space. Whatever you can put you don't have to put your government name on here. You can be whoever you want to be on this show. But also, I would encourage, we don't want to say names and things like that. You can keep it anonymous about your story. But if it sounds like the shoe fits, it might be. But this is me and my platform where people feel the need to express themselves, and I'm always thank you. I'm always open for new topics. So if you go back and watch the show, leave some feedback and say, hey, I would love to talk about this. Like we just sporadically was like long distance, like episode next.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We did. I said, tell me, and we're gonna do it. So put some in the chat if you have some ideas. And we're gonna go ahead and wrap this on up and give you guys back your Friday night, because I know some of y'all either rubbing your feet together to go to bed, put the bonnet on, or you see out in the streets and party. So that's why I do it at 7 o'clock, because I ain't got nothing to do today. I'm gonna be chilling and drinking.
I'm chilling and drinking too because the rain. I'm not doing the rain.
Yeah, some people learn they can't handle distance. They need to be the physical. Yes.
Yeah.
But my thing is with me locally right now, it's just not happening. And even though I'm not really out there really, really searching, but when I do meet someone and interact with them, it's just been a hit and a miss at this point. So it's like I might consider checking out some people on long distance. We'll see.
Go for it.
We'll see. And then I'm in therapy too. Couples need therapy also. Don't let them tell you not. Therapists be needing therapists for themselves too. So I'm working on right now. I feel like I'm healing, but there's some things I could work on as far as just me personally right now. I'm working on. I do isolate myself a lot now still, where I really don't do a lot of communicating outside of work and things like that. So if you want to hear from me, you got to reach out to me. I just kind of go into my little bubble, do my thing, work, get into this type of thing, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm good. It's a lot of energy. I'm pulling back, but I'm trying to work more where I will be a little bit more social. Because I have some great people in my life that like to hear from me, and they be like, I ain't heard from you from a week. It's like, sorry, friend, I'm still being a single parent, homeowner, 9 to 5 plus 2 podcasts, event planning, coaching. That's a lot. Yeah. So I have to learn how to balance that and also have a social life with friends and family, and hopefully one day somebody I can date. So On that note, thank you everybody. Miss Vega, let us know what's going on with you, where people can find you. Tell us a little bit more about, because we did a nice little bio for you. Just tell us a little bit more about you, and then where they can find you on social media.
Right now I'm in the works of writing a movie.
Okay.
So that's coming. I am a horror movie writer, and a horror movie maker. So basically, that's something I'm going to be focused on. After I get off here, I'm going to be writing some details about my script.
Okay.
To find me online, I'm going to be more active on TikTok since I figured out how to use it. And you'll find me on
got
TikTok.
us, the TikTok people right here. I'm still trying to figure it out, but we on TikTok. This is how we met.
Yeah, the Vega Glow Show. Find my handle as the Vega Glow Show on social media, and you'll be able to find me there. Okay.
Okay, there you go. Vega, Vega Glow Show, people. So if you like horror and things like that, and I know we've been talking in the background of some other projects that I'm excited about. So I would love for you to come back whenever you get that launch and things. You can, because this show I also want to advertise and our business people, Black business, exactly. So that way you get to have a platform to also advertise yourself. So not only we're joining in conversation, we're going to also focus it on you so everybody can take something from you. And it's like, I like horror movies. Let me follow her on social media. You know what? I'm glad you said that. I said it in my chat earlier. Freddy Krueger, someone that plays Freddy Krueger, is on TikTok. I'm going to have you send it to you. He has it where today, I'm probably missing it, but he basically goes into character. He has the Freddy mask and the whole outfit. He has the music in the background. It's like spooky and all that. But today I guess he was going to have other characters come on and join his panel. And it was a whole vote thing where who's the better villain and, who's the better character? Like, who's the scariest? Who's the most exciting type? And I was like, I like little quirky things like that. Yeah, I get excited about that type of stuff. But you can just probably type in, it's probably other Freddy Kruegers. Let me see. I'm going to send it to you when we get off of here, but let me see if he's doing it now, because I was like, I'm going to tune in that after I get off this thing. And then my people down there got Halloween decorations already pulling up, got the bar with skeletons and everything else, and skeletons hanging out, flowers and ghosts and goblins in my living room because we have a bar. So this is his favorite time of the year. I'm typing in Freddie now. So, but thank you for definitely joining me today and just spending time with me and just sharing your story. I do hope and encourage other people that are in long distance relationships, ways and tips to make it work. Miss Maisha, let everybody know, if you want them to know, where to find you. And what's upcoming for you? Anything that you want to share?
You can find me in Texas at the grocery store. I'm usually at the grocery store, the laundromat. That's about it. No, I have I'm on TikTok, so I'm Emerald, just Emerald Green Heart and Stars. You'll find me. You may see me liking or coming on Maggie stuff, so I'm not that hard to find. I usually share her stuff when she's advertising different things. So yeah, that's
there you go.
about
I'll
it.
send you this because he's online actually now doing a challenge, so you can kind of see his little costume and everything. It's just the cutest thing. Oh my god! So I'm gonna send it to you here. There we go. So when you get a chance, you want to peek in and see what he got going on. It's just the coolest thing. But thank you, Maisha. Yes, you're gonna probably see her on a lot of my TikTok lives. I've been trying to go back to TikTok live because there's a whole community out there. But I appreciate you joining me as well. And this being everybody's maybe first time doing something like this. Is this the first time?
Not for me.
Okay.
Not for me.
And you did it pretty well, girl. I'm making everybody feel comfortable. Maggie, where's the Halloween party at in ATL? I'm trying to figure this out. I really am trying to throw something. I got to finally sit down this weekend, probably. Because if you come out. I do definitely want to do some type of costume party. So, and it's a Friday for Halloween for all places.
It is.
So that's the best time to do something. So I'm gonna keep y'all posted if I decided to do something. A screenwriter, right? Cosmic. Yeah, I'll get together because this one dope videography and all kinds of things that he does as well. But you can connect with a lot of people. I love it. Here's a lot of creative people. But on that note, thank you everybody. I'll be there. Okay. I'm gonna hold you to the word on that one. All right. Other than that, just to find me, of course, as right here is the Kandid Room. Of course, with Champagne Kisses Meet Confessions. We confess, we don't judge. Unbiased thoughts and opinions from everybody. You can also donate to our channel at $ Maggie T Productions if you want to give something towards. And I always give away these prizes because we just made 4K on my sports side of things, Atlanta Falcons Nation.
Good job.
Just a couple of days ago. So I said we was going to meet that milestone.
Awesome.
I was going to give some things away. And I have a show called The Ladybirds of AFN on Tuesdays. As well as, just like you said, if you want to be on an episode, you can just email me at maggietproductions@gmail.com, or any social media platform where you can find me. I'm a mental health life coach. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, under Maggie T Productions, and business name Maggie T Mental Health and Wellness. If you guys want some counseling, it's anonymous. I don't share anything on this show of what I spoke to someone about. If I do make an example of it, I'm just generalizing it, and then of course I will ask you permission. Hey, do you mind me talking about this on the show as an example? Okay. Well, thank you again, everybody. Y'all can hang back with me just a couple of minutes when I end this show. But thank you, everybody that's tuned in. Please leave some feedback after this drops. Thank you. And I love feedback. And then also leave your topics if you have some ideas. I do take all ideas and want to hear from my viewers and give them what they want in the show. Good night, people. Enjoy your weekend. Bless, be loved, and also love yourself. And if you need help with that, seek a counselor and therapist. It's healthy, people. It doesn't mean something's wrong with you. You just need a little guidance. It's okay. Okay. Good night.
Good night.